CA Intermediate Law Chapter number 9 Section number 136. Okay, क्वेश्चन आंसर्स करेंगे. लेट्स स्टार्ट. सेक्शन नंबर 136, राइट ऑफ मेंबर्स टू कॉपीज ऑफ ऑडिटेड फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स. Okay, first question is Reliance Industries Limited, a company incorporated under the Companies Act 2013, has its share listed on a recognized stock exchange in India. One of the subsidiaries of Reliance Industries Limited, a foreign company incorporated outside India, in the annual general meeting of the company, Reliance Industries Limited has placed its audited financial statement, including consolidated financial statements, on its website. Reliance Industries Limited has also placed on its website separate audited accounts of all its subsidiaries located in India except one subsidiary, which is a foreign company and located outside India, on the grounds that such foreign company is not required to get its financial statement audited under the company law of the incorporation, company law and its incorporation. You are required to examine whether the Reliance Industry Limited has complied with the provisions of the section 136. So, placing financial statements on website as per section 136 or 136 subsection 1 of the Companies Act 2013, a listed company shall place its financial statements including consolidated financial statements, if any, all other documents required to be attached thereto on its website, which is maintained by or on behalf of the company. Every listed company having subsidiary company or subsidiaries shall place separate audited accounts in respect of each of subsidiary on its website, if any. A listed company which has a subsidiary incorporated outside India, yani ki foreign subsidiary, whether such foreign subsidiary is statutorily required to prepare consolidated financial statement under any law of country of its incorporation, the requirement of this provision shall met if consolidated requirement of this provision should be met if consolidated financial statements of such foreign subsidiary is placed on the website of the listed company, where such foreign subsidiary is not required to get financial statements audited under any law of country of its incorporation, which does not get such financial statements audited. Holding Indian listed company may place such unaudited financial statement on its website, and where such financial statements is in language other than English, translate copy of the financial statements of English shall be also placed. अगर unaudited तो unaudited भाई तू अपलोड कर वेबसाइट पे, ठीक है. इंग्लिश में ही होना चाहिए, ऐसा नहीं कि जर्मन रशियन में लिखा हुआ नहीं चलेगा. इंग्लिश में ट्रांसलेट करके उसका प्रॉपर फाइनेंशियल अकाउंट्स बना के रख अपनी वेबसाइट पे, ठीक है. सो कंक्लूजन, बेस्ड ऑन द प्रोविजंस और एज स्टेटेड अबव, it can be concluded that Reliance Industries Limited has not complied with the provision of section 136. क्या हम कंप्लाई नहीं करी? बिकॉज भाई अनऑडिटेड तो फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट रख तो सही, उन्होंने तो फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट ही नहीं रखे मेरे भाई. Because Reliance Industries Limited is also required to place unaudited financial statement of foreign subsidiaries on the website. Even such foreign subsidiary is not required to get financial statements audited. The holding listed company may place unaudited financial statements on its website, and where such financial statement is in language other than English, a translated copy of the financial statement in English shall be placed on the website. ठीक है भाई. अब आ गए हैं नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे. अगला सवाल आपकी कंप्यूटर स्क्रीन पे नहीं आएगा, मेरे यहाँ पे है, मैं पीछे बाद में एज यूजुअल अटैच कर दूंगा फोटोग्राफ्स, ठीक है. Upkar Nidhi Limited was about to hold the AGM on 25th August 2024, for which notice of AGM among the relevant documents as prescribed was sent to all the members, including the following. SI number and particulars of table are future. First is a member individually holding shares a member individually holding shares with face value of 800, which amounted to 0.16% of total paid up share capital. Two members jointly holding shares with the face value of 100 rupees 116 rupees, such amounting 0.32%, 0.32 percentage of total paid up share capital. 42 members each holding individually shares with face value of rupees 600, which amounted to holding 0.12 of the paid up share capital of each such member यहाँ 42 members है. All remaining members holding individually more than 1.2 total paid up share capital of the company. In the AGM held on 25th August 2024, the members were not provided with the facility to vote by electronic means. In the context of aforesaid case scenario, please answer whether Upkar Nidhi Limited was required to send the notice of AGM along with the relevant documents to all its members aforesaid. આ ક્વેશ્ચન છે RTP May 2023 વાળો. Sending the notice to AGM to members. In case of Nidhi Company, Section 136 subsection 1 of the Companies Act 2013 shall apply, subject to the modification that the case of member who do not individually or jointly hold shares more than 1000 rupees in face value or more than 1% of total paid up share capital, whichever is less, it shall be sufficient compliance with the provisions of the section if an intimation is sent public notice in newspaper circulated in the district which registered office of the company is situated, stating date, time and venue of AGM. Financial statements with enclosures can be inspected at the registered office of the company. Financial statements with enclosures are affixed in the notice board of the company. Members are entitled to vote either in the person or through proxy. Here, Upkar Nidhi Limited was only required to send such notice of AGM and other relevant documents to members who individually or jointly hold shares more than 1000 rupees in face value or more than 1% of total paid up share capital, whichever is less. According to Upkar Nidhi Limited, would have sent notice and other relevant documents to only following category of members. Following category of members को ही हम वो सब जो बोला है वो भेजेंगे. तो following categories members में क्या आवश्यक? Two members jointly holding the face value of 1600, which amounts to 0.32% of total paid up share capital, and all remaining members holding individually 1.2% of total paid up share capital of the company. For the category of member mentioned in the SI number 1 and 3, मतलब જેમાં 1% થી ઓછા paid up share capital વાળા છે. Aforesaid table given in the case scenario, it would have been sufficient compliance if the intimation of AGM sent in the newspaper as per the provisions aforesaid, and there was no need to send AGM notice of AGM along with the relevant documents to such category members personally. अब सेक्शन नंबर 136 यहाँ पे होता है समाप्ति, यानी कि उसके क्वेश्चंस जो है टेक्स्ट में से वहाँ पे समाप्ति. अब आएगा कौन सा सेक्शन? अब आएगा सेक्शन नंबर 137. सेक्शन नंबर 137 क्या नाम है सेक्शन का? कॉपी ऑफ फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स टू बी फाइल्ड विथ रजिस्ट्रार. कॉपी ऑफ फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स फाइल्ड विथ रजिस्ट्रार जी को भेजना है. क्वेश्चन यहाँ पे है, वंदना लिमिटेड based out of India has many subsidiaries. Vandana Limited based out of India has many subsidiaries in India and outside India. It also had associates and joint ventures. For the purpose of finalization of consolidated financial statements of the company for the year ended 31st March 2025, the company's management requested its foreign subsidiaries based out of Italy to provide its standalone financial statements. The Italian subsidiaries prepares its financial statement in the local language of the country and same is provided to Indian parent company as unaudited, as the audit is not required by the Italian subsidiary company. Please advise how should the Indian parent deal with the financial statements. Filing of the financial statements of the foreign subsidiaries, section number 137, section number कौन सा है 137 subsection 1 of the Companies Act 2013 requires that in the case of foreign subsidiary which is not required to get financial statements audited under the law of under the law of country of its incorporation, and which does not get such financial statements audited, holding Indian company is required to file such unaudited financial statements along with the declaration there to this effect, where such financial statements is in other language than in a language other than English, along with the translated copy of the financial statement in English. English अंग्रेजी में भेजना है हमको वो फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स, अनऑडिटेड तो अनऑडिटेड चलेगा, हमको प्रॉब्लम नहीं मांगता. तो Vandana Limited would have to get the stand-alone financial statements of Italian subsidiary company translated in English language and also get aligned as per the accounting policies of the for the purpose of consolidation. Vandana Limited would need to file such unaudited financial statements to Italian subsidiary company along with the declaration that they to this effect along with the translated copy of the financial statement in the English. अब मैं repeat, I'm a printing mistake here. Then further the format of accounts of Italian subsidiary companies should be as far as possible in accordance with the requirement of the Companies Act 2013. अब उनका जो फाइनेंशियल रिपोर्टिंग फ्रेमवर्क है वो हमारे कंपनीज एक्ट 2013 से थोड़ा बहुत रिजेंबल करना चाहिए जितना हो सके उतना. इन दिस केस इट इज in case this is not possible, a statement indicating the reasons of deviations may be placed file along with the such account. मतलब इंडियन अकाउंटिंग प्रिंसिपल्स के मुताबिक इस तरीके से पर्टिकुलर फॉर्मेट में हमारी फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट प्रेजेंट होनी चाहिए थी, भले वो फॉरेन कंपनी की हो ना हो. अगर नहीं है उस तरीके से क्लोजली रिजेंबल नहीं करता है तो भाई ये प्रॉब्लम, ये डेविएशन क्यों है, उसका एक नोट हमें अटैच करना रहता है कि भाई यहाँ पे गड़बड़ का ही. अरे गड़बड़ नहीं है चिच्चा, उधर का वैसा रूल है, तुमको मालूम नहीं है. ठीक है, अब नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे आ जाते हैं. द AGM ऑफ आर लिमिटेड for lying the annual accounts thereat for the year ended on 31st March 2024 was not held. What remedy is available with the company regarding compliance to the provisions of section 137 of the Companies Act 2013 for filing the copies of financial statements with the registrar of companies? Will it make any difference in case of annual accounts were duly laid before AGM held on 27 September 2024 but the same were not audited, were not adopted by the shareholders? Filing of financial statements if no AGM is held as per the section 137 subsection number 2 of the Companies Act 2013, where AGM of the company for any year has not been held, financial statements along with the documents required to be attached duly signed along with the statement of the facts and the reasons not holding the AGM shall be filed with the registrar within how many days? Within 30 days of the last date before which the AGM should have been held in prescribed manner with prescribed fees. In present case, though AGM was not held, it ought to be held by September 30, 2024. Conclusion: financial statements along with the requirement documentation. Financial statements along with the required documents shall be filed with the registrar by 30th October along with the prescribed fees. Paisa. If AGM held on 27th September 2024, the unadopted financial statement along with the required document under section 137 subsection 1 shall be filed with the registrar within 30 days of the date of AGM with the registrar and the registrar shall take them in his records as provisional till the financial statements are filed with him after the adoption of the adjourned AGM of that purpose. मतलब अभी के लिए रजिस्ट्रार को ये दे दो कि भाई देखो अभी तक AGM हुई नहीं है, लेकिन अपनी कमिटमेंट थी कि भाई अब यहाँ तक तेरे को फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट मिलने चाहिए, तेरे को दे दिया, 30 डेज वाली रिक्वायरमेंट फुलफिल कर दी, लेकिन उसके बाद जब एडजॉर्न की गई हुई एजीएम हमें मिल जाती है, एडजॉर्न की गई हुई एजीएम कंडक्ट हो जाती है, उसके बाद का जो एक फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट जो होता है वो फिर से हमें सबमिट करना पड़ता है, ठीक है। अब नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन की बारी है। अ हाउसिंग फाइनेंस लिमिटेड is a housing finance company which company having paid up share capital of 11 crores, a turnover of 145 crores during the financial year 24-25. Explain with references to the relevant provisions and rules whether it is necessary for a housing company, housing finance limited, to file its financial statements in XBRL mode. Filing the financial statements in XBRL mode as per rule number 3 of the company's filing of document of forms in extensible business reporting language, extensible business reporting language rules 2015 of the following class of companies shall file their financial statements and other documents under section 137 with the registrar in e-form AOC4 XBRL as per annexure 1 of this rule. कंपनीज लिस्ट અને આ વસ્તુ કઈ કઈ કંપનીઝ ફોલો કરશે તો કંપનીઝ લિસ્ટેડ with stock exchange in India and their Indian subsidiaries, companies having paid up share capital 5 crore or above, having turnover 100 crore or above, all companies which are required to prepare financial statement in accordance with the company rules 2015. Okay, it is also provided that non-banking financial companies, housing finance companies and companies engaged in the business by banking insurance sector are exempted for filing the financial statements under these rules. exempt છે સુના exempt. So a housing finance limited being a housing finance company is exempted from filing its financial statement in XBRL mode. बच गए भाई, बच गए डाकी चिकी। अब बारी है अगले क्वेश्चन की। The government of India is holding 51% of paid up equity share capital of Sun Limited. The audited financial statement of Sun Limited for financial year 23-24 were placed at its AGM held on 31st August 2024. However, pending the comments of Comptroller and Auditor General on the said accounts, the meeting was adjourned without adoption of the accounts. On receipt of CAG comment on the accounts, the adjourned AGM was held on 15th October 2024, whereat accounts were adopted. Thereafter, Sun Limited filed the financial statements relevant to the financial year 23-24 with the registrar of the companies on 12th November 2024. Okay. Examine with reference to the applicable provisions of the Companies Act 2013 whether Sun Limited has complied with the statutory requirements regarding the filing the account with the registrar. So, filing the accounts with the registrar as per first provision of section number 137 subsection 1 of the Companies Act 2013, where financial statements are not adopted at AGM or adjourned AGM, such unadopted financial statements along with the required documents shall be filed with registrar within 30 days. પણ એ તો કર્યું નહીં ભાઈએ. Within 30 days of the date of AGM, and the registrar shall take them in his records and provisional till the financial statements are filed with him after their adoption of the adjourned AGM for that purpose. The second proviso of section number 137 subsection 1 of the Companies Act 2013, financial statements adopted in the adjourned AGM shall be filed with the registrar within 30 days of the date of such adjourned AGM, with such fees or such additional fees as may be prescribed. In the given case, the accounts of Sun Limited were adopted at the agenda and held on 15th October 2024. The filing of financial statements with registrar was done on 12th November within 30 days. Within 30 days વાળી લિમિટ એ લોકોએ ફૂલફિલ કરી નાખી છે. સો within 30 days of the date of on AGM. But Sun Limited has not filed its unadopted financial statements within 30 days of the AGM held on 31st August 2024. Conclusion: Sun Limited has not complied with the statutory requirement regarding the filing of unadopted accounts with the registrar, but has clearly complied with the provisions of filing of adopted accounts within due date of the registrar. म्हणजे क्या इसमें हुआ क्या था कि एडॉप्टेड किया हुआ फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट तो 30 डेज में सबमिट कर दिया आरओसी के पास, लेकिन जो अनएडॉप्टेड फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट थे प्रोविजनल रजिस्ट्रेशन के लिए वो तो किया नहीं भाई साहब ने, तो वो भी 30 डेज में करना पड़ता है ना भाई. ठीक है. उसके बाद नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चंस. कितने क्वेश्चंस बाकी है भैया? 2 क्वेश्चंस बाकी है, फटाफट खत्म कर देंगे. धीमन लिमिटेड इज अ कंपनी इनकॉर्पोरेटेड इन इंडिया. Dhiman Limited is leading manufacturer of sports shoes. It has many subsidiaries. One of them being Best Shoes Limited, which is based in Morocco. Dhiman Limited is the process of finalizing the consolidated financial statements of the company for the year ended 31st March 2025. The accounts section to Dhiman Limited has requested the management of Best Shoes Limited to provide the standalone financial statement to Dhiman Limited. The subsidiary company prepares the financial statements in the local language of the country, and the same is provided to the Indian parent company. Further, the audit of the financial statement is not required by the Best Shoes Limited under the Moroccan laws. Advise how the Dhiman Limited deal with the consolidation of such financial statements. ठीक है, तो इसमें कौन सी बात आएगी? Fourth provision of section 137 subsection 1. A company shall, along with the financial statements to be filed with the registrar, attach the accounts of its subsidiary or subsidiaries which have been incorporated outside India, which have not established their place of business in India. मतलब outside India incorporated भी हुई है और उनका business place भी outside India ही है, इंडिया में business करती ही नहीं है वो. Provided also that in case of subsidiary company which has been incorporated outside India, which is not required to get financial statements audited under any law of the country of its incorporation, which does not get such financial statement audited, the requirement of the fourth provision shall be met if the holding Indian company files such unaudited financial statement along with the declaration to this effect, where such financial statements is in language other than English, along with the translated copy of the financial statements in English. It has also been clarified White General Circular 11/2015 dated 21st July 2015 that in case of foreign company which is not required to get its account audited as per the legal requirement of the prevalent in the country of its incorporation, and which does not get accounts audited, the holding or the parent Indian company may place or file unaudited unaudited accounts to comply with the requirement of the section 136 and section 137 दोनों में subsection 1 as applicable. This however would need to translate in English if the original accounts were not in English. Further, the format of accounts of foreign subsidiaries should be as far as possible in accordance with the requirement of under द कंपनीज एक्ट 2013. ये सब का सब अलग अलग क्वेश्चन में आ गया. वो ये एक खिचड़ी बना के रख दी है हमारे सामने. सबसे पहले बात थी कि फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स ऑडिटेड होने चाहिए या नहीं ऑडिटेड. अनऑडिटेड चलेगा भाई, तू रख दे अपनी वेबसाइट पे. अगर अनऑडिटेड है और दूसरी लैंग्वेज में तो भाई इंग्लिश में कन्वर्ट करके रख दे. अब की बारी क्या बात होने वाली है कि भाई और क्या लिखा है भाई कि अगर तुम लोगों ने अगर पॉसिबल नहीं हुआ है हमारे सेम इंडियन कंपनीज एक्ट के फॉर्मेट में, अगर पॉसिबल नहीं हुआ है तो भाई तुम नोट रख दो, वही लिखा है फर्दर द फॉर्मेट ऑफ द अकाउंट ऑफ फॉरेन सब्सिडरी शुड बी एज फार एज in accordance with the requirement of Companies Act. In this case, not possible statement indicating the reasons of deviation may be placed file along with such accounts. Hence, Demon Limited would have get the standalone financial statements of the Best Shoes Limited translated in English language and also get those aligned as per the accounting policies of the for the purpose of consolidation. Further, Demon Limited would need to file such unaudited financial statements of Best Show Limited along with the declaration to this effect along with the translated copy of the financial statement in English, Angrezi. Further, the format of the accounts of Moroccan subsidiary companies should be as far as possible in accordance with the requirement of under the Companies Act 2013. In case this is not possible, a statement indicating the reasons of deviation may be placed along placed file along with such accounts. अब आखिरी सवाल है भाई, आखिरी सवाल है सेक्शन नंबर 137 का, सबका ध्यान इधर चाहिए. एक्सप्लेन द फॉलोइंग एज पर द प्रोविजंस ऑफ द कंपनीज एक्ट 2013. फाइलिंग ऑफ फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स विद द रजिस्ट्रार व्हेन एजीएम इज नॉट हेल्ड. कुछ नई बात नहीं होगी, एकदम 2 मिनट का सेक्शन है भाई, 2 मिनट का. फाइलिंग द फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स इफ एनुअल जनरल मीटिंग नॉट हेल्ड, में एनुअल जनरल मीटिंग नहीं हुई है तो क्या बात होगी. सेक्शन नंबर कौन सा है, 137 सब सेक्शन नंबर 2. वेयर द एजीएम ऑफ द कंपनी ऑफ और एनी ईयर हैज नॉट बीन हेल्ड, द फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स along with the documents required to be attached duly signed along with the statement of the facts and reasons not holding AGM shall be filed with the registrar within 30 days, the last date before the AGM should have been held, and in such manner with such fees and additional fees as may be prescribed. खत्म, खल्लास, फिनिश. अब जो क्वेश्चंस है उसके फोटोग्राफ्स यहाँ पे अटैच हो जाएंगे, देख लेना, ठीक है. पढ़ते रहना, पढ़ते रहो, आगे पढ़ते रहो, ठीक है भाई. चलो, सी यू, टाटा, गुड नाइट.